Hi everyone, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Tuesday the 20th of February 2018. And another big thank you to Susan for sending me this tarot deck. This is the Tarot of the Elves, another deck that I've never worked with before. So I'm going to knock on the cards 3 times just to get my energy into the cards. And then I'm just going to shuffle the cards and draw 3 of them to see what you'll be working with, what the tarot wants you to be aware of today, and what the energy is all about. So let's have a look at what the cards have to say. So we've got the 3 of Pentacles, we've got the Queen of Wands, and we have the Tower. Okay, so the 3 of Pentacles is about working together with some other people. The 3 of Pentacles and its runes in this deck is about really being an expert and using your expertise in a certain way. And usually it's a man working on a kind of flying buttress on a cathedral, and there are 2 people watching and taking notes. In this deck, it's more of an argument. She's made the plate the way she wants it. This woman is accusing her, saying, you didn't do this right. And he's saying, what's going on here? We told you to do it a certain way, but you haven't done it. And she's just standing there taking it and saying, well, actually, I'm quite happy with what I've done here. I've created something beautiful, and there's disagreement. So there's a working situation going on in your life that is coming to an end because of conflict. Either she decides to leave, or she decides to take the criticism and to say, okay, well, even though I believe in the wonderful thing that I've created, these 2 people don't like it, so I'm going to cave and I'm going to do it their way. So there's a choice here. And Pentacles is about money, it's about physical belongings, it's about work, it's about income, and it's anything to do with practical circumstances. And there are people involved here, so there's some sort of conflict or there's some sort of change in terms of the way you work or people work together. So you may find that there's a change in your working environment with someone new coming in, or someone leaving because of creative differences, or it may be that there's a change in policy, the way things are done, that you're being told that you've been, writing the listings that you've been doing for 2 years a certain way. Now there's a new system that's come in and you're going to have to do it differently. And then you have a choice to make. Either do I stay and do I bend to the will of other people, or do I assert myself and do I say, actually, the way I do things is really quite fabulous and I'm going to stick with that and I'm going to go out on my own and do it myself, or I'm just going to compromise and do what they tell me. The next card is the Queen of Wands, and it's so interesting because this deck has a totally different take on these cards. The Queen of Wands is a woman who has mastered her passions and who is creative and who is powerful, and she's protected. Usually it's a woman all in yellow who has a sunflower in her hand, and she's able to express herself in the way that she wants, and she's happy and she's contented, and she's able to really create beautiful things and express her own inner vision of life and be happy and to enjoy that, and she's in charge of what she does. It's very apt and very fitting that this Queen of Wands is crying because she knows that she has to be true to her own creative vision. She has to be true to what she feels is right, and she's crying because she's losing the other people here who aren't particularly kind on this day, but it may be, they're having a difference of opinion here on this day, but it may just be that they're very good friends. It may be that they're great colleagues. And she knows that because, and actually she even looks like this woman, it's the same person. She knows that she has to be true to herself. Her experience has taught that by constantly compromising and letting other people dictate what you should be doing, the more you allow that, the less and less and less of yourself is in the final product. And if you want to be a creative person who expresses their inner vision and what's in your own mind's eye, then at some point you're going to have to put your foot down and say, well, actually, thanks for the input, but I'm doing it my own way. So she's mourning the loss of this sense of community because she's decided, I'm going to be honest and true to myself and do things my way. And yes, that is a loss, but The upside is that I have this beautiful glowing red crystal, which is going to add a lot of fire and wonder to the world, which other people are going to look at and adore and be inspired by. And that's really my talent. This plate is nice. It's utilitarian. People can eat of that. They can hang it on their wall for decorative purposes. But a wand, a magic wand with a giant burning red crystal, moving that through the world is going to instill people with a sense of the impossible can be achieved. And by standing her ground, she inspires other people to stand their ground and to give them the confidence boost to say, you know, I have all of these voices around me telling me that I shouldn't be feeling my feelings, or this isn't right, or this isn't the way we do it. But what about me? I have a really clear dream of what I can create, and I am going to create it. People who go into self-employment and people who want to work, especially in a spiritually based business, often struggle with this because we're sensitive people and we don't like a lot of conflict, and we often tend to cave to the demands of others. But in my experience, if you let other people dictate your career for you, or your relationships for you, or your life for you, they don't have your best interests at heart all the time, and they don't know what's going on inside you. They don't know the hidden things that are just slumbering inside of you and that are dying to get out and that are really going to create something wonderful in the world. So this is part of what we have to learn in life, that sometimes we have to be tough and we have to say, enough. I've heard what you've got to say. Go point your finger at yourself, focus on your own work, make your own plate. Where are your plates? Have they created anything? It's very easy to point the finger and to say, we don't like what you've done, but what are they bringing to the table? Absolutely and literally nothing. So sometimes it can be sad to make that break, but what the cards are saying today is if you have this choice of being told to compromise or going your own way solo, accept the grief of that and go solo and make your own way. And then finally, we have the 12th card of the Major Arcana, which is the Tower. Something is meant to break. Something is meant to come undone. The Tower is a big structure that's been there for a long, long time. And the Tower is about explosion, lightning hitting this tower, and it comes tumbling down, and the people in it come tumbling down. And when they get to the bottom, they have to pick up the pieces and they have to find a new way of creating stability in their life. So it may feel upsetting, it may feel uncomfortable. And what's interesting is we have all the elements here. We've got the pentacles, the rune, we've got the cup, we've got the wands and the swords. So this change that happens today, you deciding my will is more important than what I am trying to be pushed into or how I'm being repressed. I'm not going to allow that to happen. That is more important, and it's going to create a big upheaval for you. But ultimately, it makes you the Queen of Wands. It allows you to really shine your own light in the way that it's meant to. It makes you the individual that you're meant to be. So this is life purpose stuff. You're getting nearer to your life purpose by liberating yourself of negative forces, even though the process doesn't feel fabulous. Something that you're meant to do, and because of that you can express yourself much more and be much happier. So that's what I get for you today. If this is difficult for you, ask for help, be strong, don't just suffer by yourself, talk to people about it, ask your higher self, your higher power for guidance and support. You will get through this, but it's important that you stand your own ground today and that you don't let yourself be bullied. Number wise, we've got 3 and 1 is 4. And 12 is 16, 1 and 6 is 7, and 7 is about mind and creativity. So it's your creativity that's important. So bear that in mind and don't let it go. I hope you have a wonderful day. If you'd like a private reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to audio reading. Please remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.